Let's be honest. You've probably had days where you feel unstoppable. You wake up motivated, you write goals down, you swear this is the time things will change. And then, 2 days later, it's gone. No energy, no discipline, back to old habits. So the real question is not, how do I get more motivation? It's this: why does motivation always fail you, no matter how strong it feels in the moment? Today we're breaking that down in a simple way, and more importantly, what actually works instead. The lie about motivation. Motivation feels real, but it's actually one of the least reliable forces in your life. Here's why. Motivation is emotional, and emotions change based on sleep, stress, food, environment, and even the time of day. That means when you rely on motivation, you're basically saying, I will only succeed when I feel like it. And that's the problem, because successful people don't act based on how they feel, they act based on what they've decided. Think about it. You don't need motivation to brush your teeth. You don't wait to feel inspired to go to work if you have a job. You don't debate whether you feel like paying bills. Those things get done because they are built into your identity and routine. But when it comes to working out, studying, building a business, or improving your life, you suddenly wait for a feeling that was never designed to stay. Motivation is not fuel, it's a spark, and sparks don't last. The dopamine trap. Another reason motivation fails is because your brain is chasing dopamine, not discipline. When you watch a motivational video, scroll Instagram, or read quotes, you get a quick hit of energy. It feels like progress, but nothing's actually changed. You didn't do the push ups, you didn't study the chapter, you didn't make the call. You just felt like someone who might do it later. That's the trap. Your brain confuses inspiration with action. And the more you repeat that cycle, watching hyping yourself up, delaying action, the more your brain learns. Thinking about success feels good enough. So real work starts feeling heavier, while motivation feels easier. That's how people end up stuck in a loop of constantly restarting. New week, new mindset, same results. Why discipline beats motivation? If motivation fails, what actually works? Discipline, but not in the way people usually think. Discipline isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about removing decisions. Because every time you rely on willpower, you're draining energy. Discipline means you design your life so you don't have to decide every day. For example, instead of I should work out today, it becomes I work out at 6 p.m., no discussions. Instead of I'll study when I feel ready, it becomes I study right after dinner for 30 minutes. Looks for the easier option. This is why consistency beats intensity. You don't need perfect days, you need repeatable ones. Even 20 minutes a day done consistently will destroy 3 hours of random motivation once a week. The identity shift. Here's the deeper truth most people miss. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your identity. If you see yourself as someone who tries to get fit, you'll act like someone who tries. If you see yourself as someone who is disciplined, your actions start matching that identity. So instead of asking, how do I stay motivated? Ask, what would a disciplined version of me do today, even on a bad day? Because bad days will always come. The difference is whether your system collapses or continues. And this is where real change happens. Not when you feel ready, but when your identity no longer allows quitting to be an option. Practical reset system. Let's make this practical. If motivation always fails you, here's a simple reset system. Number 1. Set a non-negotiable minimum. Even on bad days, you do something. 10 push-ups, 5 pages, 1 task, but never 0. Number 2. Tie habits to existing routines. After coffee, read. After work, gym. After shower, journal. Number 3. Remove friction. Lay out clothes, block distractions, make starting easier than avoiding. Number 4. Track streaks, not perfection. Your goal is not intensity. Your goal is not breaking the chain. Because once you stop depending on motivation, you stop restarting your life every Monday. Motivation is not the enemy, but it never was meant to lead your life. It's a temporary feeling, not a strategy. If you've been waiting to feel ready, you've already delayed the only thing that actually creates change. Action done consistently, even when you don't feel like it. So the real question isn't, how do I stay motivated? It's, what can I build that still works when motivation disappears? Because it always will.